and it's the final weapon of the castle update. Well, the final primary weapon, the Hayabusa Gauntlets. 5th hit, always a critical blow. It's a pretty simple weapon. I mean, pretty much the entire attack combo is punch, kick. It's all in the mind. If you want to test me, you're sure to find that I'm teacher. I'm sure to beat you. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, the real question with this weapon is, I think above just about anything else, is am I going to do the same gimmick that I did for the Hayabusa boots? Yes, absolutely I am. Anyway, this is a long line. Well, this is a weapon in a long line of melee weapons that they've had in the game for quite a while now. I want to say since the Darkness update originally. Pretty much what I mean by that is that there are 3 different type of boot weaponry. The Hayabusa boots, obviously, kind of make a pair with the Hayabusa gauntlets. And the Spartan sandals and the spike boots. All very nice weapons, very good in their own unique way. Well, maybe not the Spartan sandals. Those ones are not the best types of weaponry around. Let's just say that. But the Hayabusa boots are great. They got a good AoE. The spiked boots are some of my favorite in the entire game, and they're all melee, pretty simple melee type of weapons. Hey, come on. However, this one got introduced for what I'm going to say is the pretty simple reason that the masses' lust for pugilism is so great. I mean, it cannot be neither sated nor tamed. So pretty much what happened was, I guess Motion Twin said, you know what? Let's just throw everybody a bone, put in a punching weapon. A weapon for punching. All about it. And I guess that's fine. I mean, who am I to deny the masses what they want? I mean, I just think that, hey, it works in a lot of the same way as the other weapons. Well, whatever. You know what? This is all splitting hairs is dumb anyway. Oh, and there's also the dive attack, a pretty simple melee attack that you can use to beat an entire run if and you so choose. Should have updated this mod before I did this. I think it's the same one that it's been since since way back in the day. Doesn't seem to have a whole lot of updated language stuff. Anyway, very simple weapon. Ultimately, I'm going to say that it's not. Although it's cool, I do like having another melee weapon. All the melee weapons are great so far, and some of my favorites to use. I don't think this one is. It doesn't have a hugely bombastic sort of critical attack or anything that's so amazing. And I have actually tried it out, paired it with the. I have paired it with the Hayabusa boots. There's nothing different as far as I can tell. Maybe there's some sort of secretive type thing, but you don't unlock, fighting moves or anything. If I do a dragon punch or whatever, nothing different happens as far as I can tell. And they're giving an attempt. Oh yeah, and for reference, I don't really play fighting games all that much. I have a basic cursory knowledge of them. You'd think that with my love of doing deep dives into games, kind of memorizing everything about them, that I'd be more into fighting games, but no, I don't really play too much for, what do I want? I don't really play too much for competitive type games, just not really into it. I think that the thing is that if I did, I would have super fun in the first match until somebody was like, hey man, fuck you. Then I'd be like, oh, I guess I'm not playing fighting games anymore. Ah, well. Point is, it would be cool if they... Wow. If they included that sort of thing as sort of like an Easter egg or something that comes from getting the full Hayabusa set, but it doesn't seem to be the case. The only weapon that they've actually done anything like that with is the, well, not even like a set sort of thing. I don't think they've ever done any sort of set type stuff. But the only thing I can even think of that comes close to that is the ice crossbow, which has the sort of Bloodborne trick weapon-esque thing of holding down a charge to get an entirely different sort of weapon, as it were. And although I would like to see... Honestly, I think that is something that could totally be in the game and would make a lot of sense. Like, if you equipped up a blood... Come on. If you equipped up a blood sword and a blood shield, you know, the bleeding effects are twice as potent or something. Maybe the blood shields... Speaking of which... Yes. Maybe, like, the blood shield's range is twice as huge. Who knows? There are a lot of options, if you ask me, about simple combinations that you could use. A lot of the turrets you can pair together. Phaser... just go full brutality. Phaser and the Assassin's Dagger are kind of almost made for each other, but have nothing official, you know? There's a lot of stuff that you can do about that. You know, I was thinking about doing a Minotaur build for this one. I was talking very confusedly in the last video. Pretty much what I was saying at that point was that I think that one of the things that 4-cell difficulty is supposed to do is give the player, like, anytime they get hit by enemies, they're all huge hits. So it really disincentivizes doing single... Oh, come on. It really disincentivizes doing single weapon runs, you know, pure stats, and that you should be using a combination of two of them. But, you know what, I'm not doing 4-cell mode, I'm doing 3-cell mode, which is to say, I can still, without any sort of punitive measures, go single stat and it's all gravy. I don't know why I struggle to think of, hey, this is a good thing, but that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, it was somewhat tempting to maybe try out doing a build, a assassin, which is brutality and tactics, or a minotaur, which is tactics and survival build. But you know what? I want to keep it all about the... There we go. I want to keep it all about the weapon today, because hey, even though I don't think it's a very special weapon, it is still a cool weapon, and one that I think people have been waiting for oh so long. So I want to... Huh. That's weird. Why is all the stuff loading? So anyway, I want to oblige on that, if nothing else. Ooh, that could be good. Do I have a... I don't. If I got a good synergy for this, I would probably pick it up. But, you know what? I think it's a better option than... It gives me more brutality anyway, so I think it's a better option than taking the it's not a grappling hook. No, wait, or is it a grappling hook? Well, I don't know. Whatever, let's just go. Ramparts. I think for the... I'm kind of surprised that I was able to keep the... I'm kind of surprised I was able to keep the invincibility shield through entering a new biome. I didn't know that was a thing. I have been doing a lot of, you know, theory crafting and trying to figure out, so what's the best way to do 4-cell difficulty? I definitely want to do a bunch more 4-cell runs, and maybe I could finally start to do some of those streams that I keep promising and then not doing. Wow. Man, I do not use Shove Shield enough. And try to suss out some of that stuff, but I don't know. I mean, it's... Like, I got some ideas, you know, for builds that I want to try out. And I think to try to conquer 4-cell difficulty easier, because hey, right now I can beat 4-cell difficulty, but I can't beat 4-cell difficulty consistently, and that's really what I want to do. Even 3-cell difficulty, I feel like I'm at the point where I can just... I should probably grab at least one tactics at some point here. But yeah, even 3-cell difficulty, I'm comfortable enough to do these... Well, these aren't challenge runs, but they are semi-challenge runs. I mean, this weapon was picked up pretty early on. It is only a Hayabusa Gauntlets 4? Yeah, I guess 4 is still pretty good, but maybe in the context of 3-cell difficulty, I don't know exactly how much it improves the... I don't know exactly how much it improves the quality of weapons, just that it does. I think it's maybe by about 2? I don't know. Oh no, that's the Insufferable Crypt. Alright. But it is hard to say if... Well, the point is, I don't know if I would consider using a level 4 weapon to be a challenge in 3-cell mode, regardless. You know, I could just leave right now. Screw it. I've been trying to get runs back down to about a half hour. Why? Because I like having... Why? Because I think a half hour is a good run time for a video. No, that's it. I don't have any other reason for it. No. I rely on emergency triage so much for the invincibility shield if things start to go bad at any point in time that I feel like I kind of need to take it. Maybe not for this battle in particular, but I mean, I don't think it's going to do me wrong at all. You know what? Screw it. Extra damage. I got my own shield. Wow, you know, I gotta say, you really get a lot more damage when things are covered in oil. You know, I think it's kind of notable how that critical damage is nothing to sneeze at. Come on. That critical damage is nothing to sneeze at either. I'm kind of impressed by how much I'm getting out of that alone. It's definitely worth doing a, I'd say that it's definitely worth doing another Hayabusa Gauntlets run. I mean, okay, I suppose I never really did a run before, but I did do kind of a showcase of what it was kind of like back in the remaining blueprints episode of, I forgot. No, I did use the tonic. That's right. Never mind. But yeah, I beat the hand with the Hayabusa Gauntlets at that time, but it didn't have the critical. It did. Its moveset was a lot jankier. Right now, I can tell you for sure that the moveset for this is a lot smoother and nice to use. I can't believe I got hit by that anyway. Ah, well. Okay. Anything in here that I need to do in particular? No, I think I can make a mad dash for the exit. This would also be a nice test of the whole, like, scroll system stat changes. If I just rush through everything, you know, miss a bunch of scrolls, whatever, can I still beat the hand pretty easily? I mean, can I beat the hand? Absolutely. You can beat the hand. You know, if you play well enough, you can beat anything at any point in time. That's not really a question. That's not really a question, but would it be too difficult if I attempted that? I mean, I'm still going to grab scrolls if I see them anyway. I mean, you know, smoke them if you got them or whatever. What does that even mean in this context? Or maybe it is correct? I don't know. Oh, come on. How did I miss the parry there? Anyway, point is, I'm gonna go grab this and make a beeline for. That is not even remotely close to what I wanted to do. Make a beeline straight for the clock tower and see if I can get this done in record time here. I don't know. Okay, and okay. Kind of worried there for a second. Aside from that, I think that, like, what's the actual damage that I'm getting off of this right now? About 3,000. And then 4,000 for the critical? I don't know, it feels like it's more than that. Yeah, I still have not taken any tactics. Wow. Also, I can go get the other key. You know what? Yeah, I haven't done the counter shield. I was just about to call it the parry shield again. I cannot get away from that name for some reason. Yeah, I can do that. All right. I can do that again. I haven't done that for a while. I assume that it's just a another jewel in there, a little bit of extra money to be gotten, but whatever. I can do that anyway. And it is, in fact, just another jewel to be gotten. Oh, wow. Yeah, if you're looking for the blueprint for the counter shield, that's where you find it. This is definitely on 3-cell difficulty. Yeah. Huh. I think it's having the extra, you know, like powered up versions of the items from the very start. And, you know, having increased levels of items. I think that's what's really helping out here, because it feels like I'm more powerful than I would be otherwise, because, you know, I am. All right. I mean, I suppose I did manage to get 18 brutality, regardless of the fact that I'm kind of speeding through here a little bit. Wow. You know what? No. Not even bothering with it at this point. Ugh. Never really thought all that much of tonic, but I feel like I'm getting more and more use out of it these days. Got a lot more respect for it. Although I do think that is partially due to the fact that you now... sure. Alright. That also wouldn't be too bad of a pickup either, but... hey, that's not sort of run I'm doing. Yeah, damage reduction, I think, has made a lot of kind of lesser items a lot more useful. Well, that and the fact that you don't lose the tonic as soon as you use it anymore. That was kind of a pain. Of course, the invincibility period also used to be a lot longer, so... and I wouldn't say that I really use... the invincibility... I won't really say that I use the invincibility of the period of the tonic all that much, but I would say it's also the primary usage that I get out of it at this point. I mean, it's not like it's the decider of a battle, but it is the decider of if I'm going to take damage in a battle, I would say. Wonder if I'm going to be able to finally do this one. Nope! Literally the second. Oh, literally the second that I say, hey, I wonder if I'm going to finally be able to do it. Perfect. I was hoping that he was going to fall off the edge there. I should just do a shove shield only run. I feel like I might be good enough at fighting the hand at this point that... hey! Could get the Hayabusa boots here. But like I said, there's no actual combination of it. So I am going to, sadly, reluctantly re-roll it into a much better item. Okay, never mind. Not reluctant at all anymore. Okay. And yes. Yeah, I was worried there for a second. I'm betting the exit's going to... I mean, the exit always has to be like the highest tower, right? So probably the one over here. I don't know. Why do I even think that this is that one in particular anyway? Why do you just let me say things even though I have no idea what I'm talking about? Anyway. Yeah, thus far I'm thinking that it's just oh, also, hey, I'm right at the end already. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna say I think that the Hayabusa Gauntlets just a very, very solid weapon. Relatively no frills, although I am happy that there is at least some sort of. I'm happy there's at least some sort of critical effect that it has now. But really, if all you wanted out of this game was just to punch your enemies to death, I would definitely recommend. Hey, come on. Why are you denying me my perfect fight? I'm actually getting a pretty good track record about that now. I also like that in some of these, some of the hits that I'm getting where I'm getting stunned, you can get a good look at the nice animation that they gave the Hayabusa Gauntlets here, too. Something that I really... Huh? Oh. Something that I really appreciate. Yep. How much? 7,300 for each critical hit. Because that felt a lot more... I don't know. I always have a really bad habit in this game of not actually looking at the numbers. Which is something that I certainly should be doing, but just don't. I would probably have noticed the little stat scaling thing a lot earlier if I actually paid attention to the damage outputs that I'm getting or having received. No, instead, my mind works in a very simple fashion where it just says higher numbers equal better. And that's how I like it. Another thing I found out is that the prison depths on 4-cell mode apparently now include Lancers. So that's a fun thing. I really didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway. All right. I still have not yet been to the graveyard yet, but I'm betting that there's probably something. Maybe that's where they just stuck all the Guardian Knights. Who knows? Still getting pretty good damage here with this, so I want to say that it was not a bad thing kind of jumping in here and not exploring the entirety of the Ramparts, Fog Fjord, or Clock Tower. Great. Oh well, it's just a single point of contagion, so as annoying as that is, I don't feel too threatened by it. Besides, I don't have any reason to go to the morgue right now, so I can just finish up this area immediately if I wanted to. Oh, maybe I could grab one. Nah. Too much farming of gold would be required. Okay, I guess I'm going to the morgue anyway. Never mind then. Well, nah, I don't want to go through an entire area. You know what? Never mind. I'm betting the exit is probably right over here. Oh, no, it's the chest. So probably up here then instead. Still have not yet gotten used to the castle enough to... That was close. Still have not yet gotten used to the castle enough that I could honestly say... Well, predict where the exit is going to be or not. As of right now, it just seems like I kind of randomly happen across it upon going through enough of it, and that's good enough for me. All right, I'm doing it. Okay. And okay. Extra point of infection, but I do have all 3 keys now, so I can finally get I can get the extra. Well, speaking of which, I can get the extra stat scroll right up here. Oh, and do I want to... Yes. Yes, I do. Because I think that's going to be more fun than just taking the tonic in over and over. I don't know how well it will do against the hand, but... Hey, I mean, it's something. Maybe I can use it to get behind him when he does his dashing attack. I guess so. I guess that's effective. What? Hey, you can't just... I want to call shenanigans on you hitting... I don't think the Hayabusa Gauntlets has the same sort of... projectile... I don't think it has the same sort of projectile reflecting as as boots do. Got me anyway. So I wouldn't be able to... in the same way, reflect all of his... bombs back at him. Yeah, it's definitely not working. Yep. Keep forgetting that parrying does nothing for that. That said, I still got at least one more flask charge here, so I'm not too worried about how this is going to go. Really, I'm more worried about the these guys here. Because, I mean, as you could see with the... They do a lot of damage, is what I'm saying. The Inquisitor that I was fighting last time was doing quite a bit of damage, way more than I was feeling comfortable in. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. And all right. Well, that wasn't ideal, but I'm feeling pretty good about how the fight is going so far. I still got the heart here, too. Wow, I can't believe I missed the parry. Oh, that was it. Cool. Missed the parry twice on that last attack, though. So I say that that run was a failure, and this entire run was a failure. Just terrible. Yeah, I'm going to say Hayabusa Gauntlets. Really like them. Great weapon. A little disappointed that they didn't have any sort of synergy with the Hayabusa boots. But hey, a nice, solid weapon. Let's just go with that.